Hackers. They live among us, walking, eating, breathing, and most importantly, playing Geometry Dash. Although it's much harder nowadays for hackers to slip through the cracks of sites like the Demon List, this wasn't always the case, particularly back in like 2016 when the Demon List was just a post on the GD forums. With the move to Pointer Crate, the Demon List and the general community standards for proof of difficult accomplishments in the game have heightened quite a lot over time. However, the exposal of Space UK back in April has shown that, despite our best efforts, cheaters will still find a way to rise the ranks among legitimate players. When Space got exposed, there were a fair few people I saw mentioning how simple of a check was needed to deduce that he cheated, and how easy it was, and how they could have noticed it, yada yada yada, you get it. Well, today, I'm gonna quiz you, the viewer, on your ability to detect cheated gameplay in GD. I'll be showing you 10 pairs of 2 clips apiece, where one clip is legit and one clip is hacked. These will get harder as the video goes on, so don't feel too bad about missing any. Once each clip ends, feel free to pause the video for a moment or rewatch them to think about your answer before I tell you which one was hacked. Alright, well, without further ado, let's get right into the first clip. Any guesses? Okay, real talk. Yes, okay, yes, it was the second one. The gimmick here was clearly very obvious no-clip. Now, before you laugh at how trivially easy this was, keep in mind that I mentioned that it starts off very easy, but will get a bit harder as we go on. So, yep, if you pick the second one, give yourself a point. Nice job. And if you pick the first one, I don't know, do better, I guess? Anywho, next clip. Was this one too easy? Yeah, my bad. I probably should have included face cam in more of them, just so it wasn't so obvious when the face cam has something to do with it. But yeah, anywho, it was the first one because I looked away from the game very clearly and readjusted my arms in the middle of gameplay. I swear they'll get a bit more challenging from here. Alright, 2 down, 8 to go. Roll the next set of clips. This one I feel is a bit harder, but keen eyes likely still noticed some subtle no-clip during the first clip. If you still didn't notice it, here's a replay of the first clip but with the tint on death effect turned on to tint the screen red when a no-clip death occurs. With that said, pat yourself on the back if you picked the first clip here. Moving on. Alright, call this clip cheap if you want, I don't really care. The correct option here was the first clip for the sole purpose that it was a really obvious macro. I tried to make it as obvious as possible with the wave spam and the incredibly straight ship gameplay, but if that wasn't obvious, then I don't know, my bad I guess. But also, you're bad for not noticing. Okay, yeah, just kidding. But anywho, let's move on. But before we move on, I just want to remind you very quickly to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the video so far, because we are quickly ascending through the thousands towards 200k, and I think we can hit it before 2024 if we grind really hard. Alright, anyways, back to the Space UK compilation. I'm just gonna, let this one explain itself, yeah? Second clip, by the way. Sorry again if you think it's unfair, but in my defense, it's, like, kinda obvious in my opinion. Anyways, we move on. Let's go! Did you notice it this time? This one might be a blast to the past for a lot of old-gen GD players. The answer was the first clip using speed hack the old-fashioned way, before we could speed hack the audio and video at the same time. You can tell since the orb pulses are very little or even non-existent since the song is at the wrong part from where it should be. Nice job if you spotted this one. On to the next one. Did you pick the right one? This one was meant to be a red herring. The second clip was the hacked one here, since it actually had a single no-clip death for one quick moment in the ball part. I tried to throw you off by actually doing the blue orb spam in the legit clip and just skipping it in the hacked version, but who knows, maybe that was too obvious of a clue that something fishy was up, or maybe the no-clip death was not enough of a clue that something was up. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if I fooled you here or not, and let's move on to the next one. Did you figure this one out? I actually don't know how convincing this one's gonna end up even being yet, since I haven't edited it, but in case you couldn't tell, it was the second one this time. The second clip has click sounds that are manually edited in. Like I said, I haven't actually edited it yet, so who knows, maybe it sounds really, really convincing, but maybe it also sounds really awful and very not convincing. Who knows? Well, I guess you guys know? Okay, never mind, okay, anyways, I'm rambling now, let's move on. Again, I fear that this one was a bit obvious, but who knows. The answer here is the first clip. If you were a perceptive parry, you may have noticed that the reflections of the light and game on my face cam and in my glasses don't match up with the game properly and is a bit off from reality. Next one. Knock knock, who's there? It's Space UK! The first clip was faked here. I used a pre-recorded macro to play the part here and tried my best to properly sync my clicks to the gameplay. Now, I'm not nearly as good of a hacker as Space UK is, so my clicks were definitely further off than his were, but this is still the same way he hacked most of his accomplishments in-game. Anywho, if you got this one right, then congrats! You actually might be right about having been able to catch Space UK cheating, but then again, I probably also just suck at hacking. So, that's it. 10 sets of clips with various types of hacks used. How many did you get? Did you get them all? Which one was the hardest for you to figure out? Let me know in the comments down below. Huge thanks to all the channel members including Village, Alphalanius, Wintera, HGGD, Gatto, Not Kip, and Breadboy. Man, you guys are all so goated, and I'm sure that you guys would never hack. Probably. I don't know. I'm watching you. Seriously though, thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll... huh? Wait, what? We have one more clip. Oh. Awkward. Okay, well, I guess here's the final clip then. Did you guys figure this one out? This one is actually pretty tricky, and I would be pretty surprised if any of you guys figured this one out. It was even hard for me, and I made the video! If you were incredibly perceptive, you might have picked up on the fact that the second clip uses FPS bypass,